The 2025 NBA trade deadline has come and gone, and this is arguably the greatest, most exciting, most unpredictable NBA trade deadline of all time. Here's Inside the NBA, Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, Charles, talking about all the biggest moves, all the biggest trades from Luka, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Jimmy Butler, etc., etc., etc. Let's see if the rest of this NBA season and the NBA playoffs is going to be must-see TV.
Dallas made the trade for the next 2 to 3 year window. I like AD on this team. A lot of good players around them. They have a possibility of at least going to the Western Conference Finals and winning their own thing. My only concern is, this is no disrespect to Kyrie, but Kyrie flourishes when he's off the ball. Now, you make him the main guy. He has to make all decisions. He has to handle the ball more. History tells us that when he's the number 2 guy and off the ball, he definitely flourishes more. Now, on the Lakers side, this is more about the future. LeBron is 40 years old. At some point, he will not be there anymore. And the Lakers have always had a mega star on their roster. So, I think they're really, focusing on this guy. We don't know how they'll do this year.
What do you feel his impact will be playing with LeBron, and now you get Mark Williams if he stays healthy playing in the middle. So what's the ceiling for the Lakers in the West?
The Lakers are playing well, and they're playing some really good ball. But it's not about what Luka and LeBron are going to do. The others will have to be dominant. And I'm talking about dominant all the time. And you know how much on the others. Reeves is going to have to play well. Hachimura is going to have to play well. And, if they can play well and, shoot the ball well, they definitely have a shot. I'm surprised that the Lakers are in 5th right now, but you get an explosive guy like Luka and LeBron, playing at the high rate offensively like they play. The others are definitely going to have to step up. Vince is going to have to play well, too. And I think if the others can play well, consistency, like, Kenny and them played for the Rockets like my Rick Fox and B. Shaw did when I was winning my championships, they have a shot.
The Mavs, Anthony Davis, Lakers, Luka Doncic. This is going to be interesting. Can Luka, who is Super Bowl dominant, play with LeBron James, who is Super Bowl dominant? How are their games going to mesh? Anthony Davis brings not only a high-level offensive presence, but also a high-level defensive presence to the Dallas Mavericks. How are they going to incorporate him onto their team? I love the trades. Like everybody else, totally surprised, totally shocked, but can't wait to see how it all unfolds. I think, like Shaq said, right now, for the Mavs, this is their chance. They have a window, 2 to 3 year window to win an NBA championship. The Lakers building for the future. They have their future star. They have the person they want on their team where other superstars and other players will want to play with and hopefully bring that LA championship flavor, energy back to the city. But for me, as a Kyrie fan, I like the trade for the Mavs because this gives Kyrie a great chance in the near future to win an NBA championship.
With Dalton Connect in
I like Mark Williams,
the course of that deal.
Did you answer this question, man?
Yeah, I answered the question.
What did you say? You didn't say.
You said they're playing well right now. I'm saying what's the ceiling?
Yeah, I said what's the ceiling.
Well, I don't think they're a contender. First of all, the Mavs.
How you not a contender with Luka Doncic and DeMar on the team?
Because they're not a contender.
Last year, Luka went. Right, gotta let you talk.
Well, I think Shaq does have a point. This is about the Mavs right now. I love Max Christie, too. I think people sleeping on the Max Christie part. The Mavs going to have a chance to win a championship this year. The Lakers don't have a chance to win a championship this year. The Mavs do. OKC is the team to beat. I don't think the Lakers are better than the Mavs. I'm not sure they're better than Memphis. I'm not sure they're better than the Rockets. But this trade, in my opinion, we're all just conjecture.
So even after adding Luka, you don't think they're better than those teams?
I do not.
You still think they're 5 right now? They're gonna stay 5, or they're
going to stay 5.
All right.
Because number one, they're not going to be good defensively, and it's going to be a really hard adjustment for Luka Doncic, in my opinion. Because I've said I think they're going to have a hard time playing together because both of them are really ball dominant. LeBron can kind of get away with that. Luka's never played without the ball. Get away with that. Luka's never played without the ball. He's going to have the ball probably less than he's ever had in his life. Like I say, LeBron is so great. He can make the adjustments. But Luka's going number one. We've said he's going to learn to play faster.
Yep. So like Charles is saying, this is going to be new territory for LeBron. And I don't think the Lakers care about that as much as bringing in Luka to be the next superstar for their team for the next 10 years. They know that LeBron's final NBA days are counting down, so they're looking for the future. If they win now, that's just round of applause, icing on the cake. But their goal is so that when LeBron does leave, whether it's via free agency, trade, he retires, whatever the case may be, they have a superstar in place to build around and to continue that LA Lakers legacy going forward.
They're not going to play like LeBron, and those guys are not going to do like he did against the Mavericks, where he gets the ball 100% of the time. He's going to have to learn to play the wing some. But listen, you just can't put great players together and think it's going to work.
Well, I think first from a Dallas standpoint, I don't think you trade a guy like Luka Doncic if he's unhappy. You try to make him happy. I think you trade him when you're unhappy. And so there was something about the management that probably they were unhappy with that made this happen. Now, when you get AD, you are secure. I agree with Shaq. You are secure for the next 2-3 years. It's a parallel move. It could be a positive move with AD. There's no drop off because AD is averaging over 26, 27 points a game defensively. He impacts the game differently than Luka, of course, but he can impact the game at a higher level at the 4. When you got guys who's going to have to, so if you play the Lakers and you're the Dallas Mavericks, LeBron James is going to have to possibly guard Anthony Davis when Lively and Stafford are there. That's not going to happen and not going to be good for anyone. Aaron Gordon is going to have to guard him and not Jokic. So there's a lot of difference in the advantages for Dallas. But Luka Doncic is a generational talent. Anytime he's on the floor, your team is going to be thought of as they can win a 7-game series because
Pretty much they're all saying the same thing. Dallas Mavericks made the trade, and they are now a win-now team. 2 to 3 year window of winning an NBA championship. LA Lakers made the trade, looking for the future. Kenny's saying that Luka with this a superstar, which is fair to say. In the NBA, if you have a superstar, you always have a chance to win. And you can't put it past it because Luka, we've seen in the past, take over playoff series and will his team to win. So we can't put it past the Lakers making a deep playoff run. But we still have to see how it works out between him and LeBron on the court. Once we get a feel of how that's going to look, we can make a better prediction of how far they will go in the playoffs.
he can put together 5 games, not 2, not 3. He can put together 5 games that are astronomical in a series. So I think they both gotten better. But in the short term, Dallas is the best, I think.
Jimmy Butler's impact on the Golden State Warriors will be blank.
I think he can make a positive impact. I think he's going to go in there with definitely a chip on his shoulder. We dubbed him Playoff Jimmy many times, so I think he's going to go in there and give them 17, 18, 20 points a game. And I think if they can stay healthy, I know their Big Three is aging. If they can stay healthy and the others can play well, I think he can make some impact. Do they have the chance of winning the championship? Probably not, but I think they can put together some consistency and a string of wins, and I think he's going to love playing with Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
Steph says he expects a motivated, committed Jimmy, who is committed now to be with the Warriors till the end of the 26-27 season. How about the DeAndre Hunter move? How about Cleveland adding DeAndre Hunter today?
Two teams to me really got good today. the Cavs.
Or really got better.
And the Milwaukee Bucks. But this right here, I have no idea what the hell the Atlanta Hawks are doing. And they got rid of Bogdanovich also.
To the Clippers.
We've been arguing, me and Kenny, who's the best player in Atlanta after trade. I think it's DeAndre Hunter. I think this is a home run. They didn't give up a lot for him. And I'm telling you, man, I love the Cavaliers today. But I think I love what Milwaukee did also. But this, to me.
What, the Middleton and Kuzma?
Yes. And also they got another guy today, the Milwaukee Bucks did. They got the Porter Jr.
Porter Jr.
But they had to get more athletic. They were one of the worst defensive team in the world because they had zero athletic ability. Kyle Kuzma and Porter Jr. are going to help them. But this was, to me, right here. This made, in my opinion, the Cavs, they solidified themselves with the Boston Celtics as the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. This was a great play. And I can say, man, I don't know what the hell the Hawks are doing.
Well, the Hawks is just playing for the future, basically. When you look at the trade, you go, they think Ricochet and Johnson.
Do you know how can
they think Ricochet and Johnson are the guys that they need to develop,
but they don't even have their number one pick. That goes to San Antonio next year.
No, I'm talking
they're
about
going to be. But I'm just saying they're going to be in the lottery. They've lost like 8, 9 in a row, and that pick goes to the San Antonio Spurs. So how can they be playing for the future?
That's how crazy this NBA trade deadline. Players that you don't think are going to be traded get traded. Players that you thought were going to be traded don't get traded. Teams are looking for the future. Teams are looking to win now. Teams care a lot about the draft picks. Teams don't care about their draft picks. It's like, and then it's always the trades were kind of mind-boggling. Like, why would this team give up this player to that team, and why would that team take this player, such and such? It's so much back and forth, so much drama involved, and this is exactly what the NBA wants, especially during the Super Bowl week. For the NBA to steal the headlines like this, man, Adam Silver is sitting back with a cigar like, this is exactly what I wanted.
In terms of playing Ricochet and playing Johnson more.
Man, you don't do that. That was stupid.
That's what they're doing.
Come on,
that's
man.
what's going to happen.
Hey, listen, we better damn GMs tonight.
My team, that's right, the Gen Zs in the All-Star
Kyrie!
game.
Come on, man.
Let me hear your Hawk sound, Chuck.
Coming back with more on TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by CarMax in just a minute.
How do you feel about this NBA trade deadline? Was this the greatest, most unpredictable NBA trade deadline of all time? Are you looking forward to what the NBA season has in store? Are you interested? Are you excited about how these players are going to mesh with their new teams? Let me know all your thoughts about this year's NBA trade deadline in the comments below. Me, I love it. I can't wait to see Luka, how he works with LeBron on the Lakers. Can't wait to see how AD impacts the Mavericks. Jimmy Butler on Golden State. De'Aaron Fox on the Spurs. Man, this is exciting. Everybody, or not everybody, but people are starting to say that the NBA trade deadline, the offseason is better than, and the offseason is better than the actual games. It's hard to argue that, but what it does is it brings viewers in. It makes people want to watch. It makes people interested in the sport. So Adam Silver just sits back and he's like, hey, whatever we got to do, we got to do. But I love it. I love the movement. I love the superstars going from team to team, and I love seeing how everything is going to unfold. This makes the second half of the NBA season very exciting to me, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Till next time, this is Coach Cav, and I'm out of here. Peace.